Hi again. So today's video, we're going to look at a model I built already. This is a Panzer 38T from Maquette in 135 scale. I'll tell you already, it's a pretty nice kit. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe and ring that bell when you want to see when I upload another video. So today's video is going to be over a model I've already built again. This is another German tank from Maquette, a Panzer Kampfwagen 38T, which was a Czechoslovakian tank that they had taken over at the beginning of the war and used for themselves. It has a really, the instruction sheet is like, yeah. But we can still see what's going on here. You see it has separate hull pieces. That's something you gotta watch out for, that you get them aligned straight. Now, here, well, you don't have to paint the inside, but it has a full interior, which really surprised me. I've made a couple Maquette kits before. One was a BM 8-24, and it was simple, not really a lot of detail or anything. But that was something I had like about 20 years ago. This thing, it looks old as well. But the year I really don't know when it was from. But it has a full interior that you really can't see except for through the driver's hatch. It has seats, it has engine, fire extinguisher, transmission, everything is there. And it's really cool. It looks good. And I wish I would have like cut the front of the hull, cut the whole front of the hull out just so you could see it. I'm going through, here's like the hull plate. You have to put over all the stuff you did on the interior. And if you want to, you could leave it off too. I should have left it off, probably. Exterior detail. And then you go to the suspension wheels. Kind of like backwards from a lot of tanks that start here. And do that later. But because of the separate pieces over the hull and the detailed interior, you have to do that first. And it had defenders. And they look good. This is another part that you have to watch out. Because you put this on so much later that if you don't have the hull pieces here straight, you can come up with a problem with the top of the turret ring part here in the front part. And here's some more detail. The exhaust. And the tools. Come with a full set of pioneering tools and boxes, and even grenade launchers. They were for smoke grenades, I believe. And then the turret with the main gun, and I think this had a 3.7 millimeter, centimeter main gun, coaxial gun, and the hatches and everything. And final assembly of the turret. There's not really a lot you can see here from the instructions because they are like, it's pretty simply made. But there's two versions you can make. This is a Afterbuild G, and this is all in Russian, so I really can't tell you what units they're from. But these are unit names. Oh, here we go. It does tell. 21st Tank Regiment, 20th Panzer Division, 1941 Eastern Front. And this is 204th Tank Regiment, 22nd Panzer Division, 1942 in the Crimea. Both are in the tank dark gray. And take a look at this kit. I mean, this thing, it was cheap. It costs less than 20 euros. And what I want to see, if I can show you, you can't even see it. That's really depressing because it was so much work, a lot of painting, and it looks great inside, but you can't see none of it. All you can see is the back of the gun pointing there. A little bit, you can see the seat a little bit there. Not really. I wish I would. Oh, I have an idea. You can see it. Yes. The turret comes off, of course. I have fire extinguishers. Now, I don't know how they painted the inside of their turrets back then. I have no idea, and I couldn't really find anything. But most countries painted them either like a light, what is it, green zinc chromate, but like a really light version of it, like almost a mint color, like a light mint color, or white. So I just picked white because it'd be easier to see anyways. Here you can see the engine and stuff. This is like the drive shaft, or some kind of shaft. And there in the front is the engine and 2 seats. I should grind it up a little bit. Tanks are always dirty on the inside. There's no detail on the inside of the turret though, which I find weird. If they would have put details on the inside of the turret as well as in the hull, you can open the hatch and see more. But you see, it even has a good plating on the bottom. I thought the track was single piece track, and just like I told you on a previous video, here's the problem with the single piece track. It doesn't fit together exactly perfectly straight. So I had to sag it to get it to look whole. If I would have kept it straight up there, like it should be, then there would have been a gap. So I had to like push it down and put that piece in there to get it to look straight. And this side's even worse. It looks like it's a saggy track. And even though the top looks decent, except for here in the middle. And here on the bottom is totally like crazy looking. It doesn't look flexible at all like it should. And that's why I like a good looking rubber track, which is hard to get to sometimes. Or a flexible. I have a model of a half track I'm working on. It has a single piece track, but it's flexible. It goes together and it moves. And I'm not finished with it, but I'm really hoping that looks a lot better. Well, the whole detail is really good. The only bad thing about the whole model is the track. I think if I were to do it over again, I would get a different track. And I used an older paint, and I didn't use the Panzer dark gray. I used a gunship gray that was older, and it was thin and hard to mix. But I wanted it that way because I wanted the paint to look worn, and it did a good job of like not completely covering everything here, so it looks like the paint's worn down. And it has good hull details, I think. The tools and everything. It was really good kit. And the outside of the turret looks good too. See all the rivets, which was actually a really bad thing they learned later, or during the war. When a riveted turret gets hit, or a riveted tank gets hit, those rivets pop out and become bullets inside the tank. That's why they started welding them. I'm thinking it was pretty early in the war, in 1941 or so. They started using cast and welded parts instead of riveted. The decals were really good. I used the Fab 22. That was the second version. It was a really good kit, and it was a really cheap kit. And it was the best kit from Maquette, even though I've only had a few. And I do have an SU-76 sitting around here somewhere that I want to build. But this is the best Maquette kit I ever built so far. Despite the problems with the track, it still looks pretty good. I do recommend Maquette. They make, I won't say they make like great stuff, but they make good stuff, and it's a good price. And you know, if you want to do, like, if you want to get cheaper kits that you can experiment with and learn how to paint, learn how to weather, learn how to and stuff like that, kits like this are really good because you can buy 2 or 3 of them for what you can buy 4 of them for what a dragon kit costs, and you can experiment with it as much as you want. I mean, you could do a lot of experimentation with 4 kits. I do recommend this kit. And thanks for watching, and until next time.